This is Dr. Elliot Realsteen, and I have a PhD in sociology, anthropology, and most importantly, a PhD in street. Today I want to discuss discrimination in the LGBT community. I mean the LGBT community. I mean the GLBT. I mean the LGBTQ or LGBTQA. Sorry. The LGBTQIA plus community. I want to discuss discrimination in the LGBT community. Now, this ever-expanding group has had its fair share of run-ins with discrimination, as has been well documented. However, discrimination comes in all forms, even emanating from those who purport to be the habitual victims. That being said, the LGBT community itself has committed odious discrimination against a victim for more than 4 decades whose voice has not been heard until today. And I am here to present my street medical findings on this disgracefully unreported problem. Before I get into the particulars, let us comb through some context about the situation. What the LGBT community prides itself most on is not its lifestyle, not its parades, not its impact in the community or in pop culture. They pride themselves most in their LGBT rainbow flag. The flag, which is a unique symbol to their community and represents the foremost symbol of gay pride, is what this community cherishes the most, and by an appreciable margin. Now, I know that there are a host of flags for each specific letter within the community, but no one flag encapsulates the movement like the rainbow flag does. This flag has been proudly waved over communities, in buildings, has been embroidered on clothing, painted on faces, tattooed on bodies, and has even emblazoned the White House. This flag is not just a symbol, but a worldwide signal of unity which binds this community together. The current iteration of the LGBT flag is not the flag that has been used throughout the history of this movement. In actuality, the design of this flag has evolved somewhat over time. The original flag was created by Gilbert Baker in the 1970s and was fashioned as such after he garnered inspiration from Judy Garland's singing of "Over the Rainbow." As you will notice, the flag is not really a rainbow, but in this case was inspired by a rainbow, but with an added gay flair to the design, which included hot pink on the top and a turquoise stripe instead of a blue one. This flag was created in 1978. Later in 1978, after the assassination of Harvey Milk, the gay pride flag rocketed to mainstream popularity and the pink stripe was abrogated from the layout, and what you were left with was a flag with red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, indigo, and violet stripes. This iteration, however, lasted less than a year when in 1979 it was changed again and we were left with the version of the flag which is prominent to this day, which is a 6-stripe rainbow flag consisting of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. That seems reasonable, but in fact, it actually gets to the heart of the pernicious discrimination put forth by the LGBT community. The LGBT community uses the rainbow as a symbol of their pride. Therefore, the abrogation of the pink stripe and the swapping of the turquoise stripe for a blue one makes perfect sense, as pink and turquoise are not on a rainbow, but blue is. So everything is solved, right? No, I don't think so. Let me present you with some evidence. In Exhibit A, we have a rainbow. And Exhibit B, we have the LGBT rainbow flag. Notice anything in particular? Well, for those of you not paying attention, I will lay it out for you. The LGBT rainbow has 6 stripes, while the real rainbow has 7. But why the disparity if they are both rainbows? Well, that is because the LGBT people inexplicably decided to remove the indigo stripe, and they have never been pressed to provide their motivation and reasoning for committing such a heinous act of blatant discrimination. This disgusting anti-indigo discrimination has carried on for far too long with far too little attention. A rainbow has 7 colors, and it most definitely includes indigo. You know, like when you take 3rd grade science to remember the colors of the rainbow, and your 3rd grade teacher presents the acronym Roy G. Biv to make it easier for the young minds to recollect. Well, to the LGBT community, the rainbow is actually Roy G. BV. So not only is the removal of indigo discriminatory, it is anti-science. As a street medical professional, I have spent many decades pondering why this hateful anti-science bigotry against indigo has been put forth with such impunity by the LGBT community. And despite all of my infinite street wisdom, I have garnered few answers. Is indigo not fabulous enough or aesthetically pleasing enough for the LGBT community to permit on their rainbow? Or is it that 7 stripes is too many for a flag and indigo is the least common color of its rainbow brothers? Or is it just simply pure, unadulterated, fanatical hatred for the color which the community wants no part of? Whatever the reason is, this hatred and avoidance of indigo, as if it never existed or is not even a part of the rainbow, has been so normalized amongst the LGBT community that I suspect only very few members would even be cognizant that this discriminatory omission is even occurring. Most of the members of the LGBT community were born into blissful ignorance concerning this issue. This discriminatory practice must stop now, or at the very least we need an LGBT leader to explain, on behalf of their community, why this indigo discrimination continues to persist. My rainbow includes indigo, and so should yours. And we need to enlighten these hateful bigots in the LGBT community that indigo is a color, that it is just as great as all the others and deserves its place on the rainbow where it rightfully belongs, where it never left. And I think that it is a reasonable enough concept for all of us to agree and unite upon, LGBT and non-LGBT. This is Dr. Realsteen signing off. Oh, and by the way, Pink Floyd, if you thought for a second that I did not personally note your contribution to this anti-indigo discrimination, you guys are sadly mistaken. Nothing gets by the doctor.